Hey guys, I'm Fancy, and you're watching the Good Wives Network. And I'm trying to do something with my stupid hair. It just looks horrible today. How are y'all? I wasn't even going to come live today, but I decided, well, I was on live with Hello Starlight over on YouTube, and we did a great live talking about the case, talking about some of the drama in the case. Of course, I was attacked over there just for being over there. They all decided to invade Starlight's freaking feed and just start attacking me for no reason. We weren't even talking about any of them, the drama people. But hey, that's fine. Anyway, I did promise that I would show my what is this stupid hair that won't go down? That I would show my Newlywed game today. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show the Newlywed game. I'm not talking case today. I've already done that over on Starlight. If you want to see what I had to say over on YouTube, you go over there, watch Hello Starlight's latest live. I was on it for a good long time. I didn't even mean to be. Yes. Lots of new mug shots, lots of new information in Nick's appeal. I'm working on those. I will come back tomorrow and talk about them. But I wanted to show you guys. Y'all been asking. It's okay. No problem. You guys have been asking to see my Newlywed game. Before I do so, would anybody like me to sing? Because you guys always ask me. Thank you. I thought I did a great job over there. If somebody would like to drop a song or two in the chat, I'll be happy to do a song or two. I won't say hello back. Well, I don't know. Anyway, hey guys, everybody coming in. I don't know what song to sing today. Let's just type in karaoke and see what comes up and see if I like anything. YouTube. Let's see. Let's do Austin Krauss. I like that one. Well done. The documents on the Gypsy case, most of them are all in the $5. The documents are all in like the $5. The tea, like all the freaking stupid text messages and shit, that's all in the $1. That's all in the $1. All right, let's try this. Let's see. This is the one song I'm going to sing right now. I might sing a couple later. I don't know. My voice is a little messed up today, so we'll see. It's amazing how you stick right to my heart. Without saying a word, you can light up the dark. Try it day, I could never explain what I hear when you don't say a thing. Let me know when you need me. There's a truth in your eyes that you'll never leave me. The touch of the wind as you catch me, if ever I fall. You say when you say nothing at all. All day long I can hear people talking out loud. But when you hold me near, you drown out the crowd. Oh, Mr. Webster could never define what's inside between your heart and mine.
The smile on your face lets me
touch of your hand, you catch me wherever I fall. You say it best when you say nothing at all. I'm gonna try to sing this one again because I tried to sing it the other day. I want a competition singing this song, but my husband hates me singing it because he don't like it because he doesn't like the content, the topic. But I have to sing it loudly if I sing it. I've been sitting here staring at the clock on the wall, and I've been laying here praying she won't call. It's just another call from home. You'll get it and be gone, and I'll be crying. And I'll be begging you, baby, begging not to leave. But I'll be left you waiting on my sleeve. Hope the next time we'll be here, we dying. What do I have to do? Make you? She can't love you like me. Why don't you stay down on my knees? I'm tired of you lonely. I give you what you need. Oh, it was one thing happy. And you're welcome to you keep telling me, baby, there's come a time you will leave her arms and forever be mine. Oh, I just that you. Oh, I'm tired of waiting. Love a man you had to share. Why don't you stay? There's one thing you should know. Don't have to. Baby, why don't you stay? I can't stay longer. And I think I know what I have. I can't waste another minute. All that I put it in. I've given you my best. Why does get the best of you? I wanna be the best. Why don't you stay up my knee? I'm tired of being lonely. You can't give me what I need. You never let go. One thing you should know, I don't have to live this way. Yeah. The link was removed by YouTube. Oh, I don't know. You can't hear me. Oh, it's probably because it's going out. I don't know. Can you not hear me at all? Okay, one more. We can't hear you. I don't know. I'm gonna try to sing one more song. Hmm. I'm trying to think of one I haven't sung for a while. I don't know. Okay, well, anyone else want to hear one more song, or you guys want me to play my Newlywed game? We don't need a mod. I'm all right. Hold on. I'll play the game now. All right, guys, here we go.
Newlywed. Couple number one married just 4.5 weeks, Lauren and Edward Sanchez. Couple number two married 5.5 weeks, Jennifer and Chris Monville. Couple number three married 4 months, Rita and Johnny Thomas. And couple number four married 14 months, April and Craig John. And now
I'll sing again in a little bit, guys.
Special hello to our 4 couples over there. Hi, gang. How are ya? You ready to play this game? Yeah. Well, we're very happy to have you here on the show. And we're going to start off by asking the gentlemen some questions. And in order to do that, we must ask the ladies to head off to our soundproof room. So go, ladies. And while the ladies are leaving, I'd like to remind our husbands, I'll be asking you some 5-point questions. You'll be answering these questions as you predict your wife will answer the same question when she returns. Now, if her answer matches your prediction, you get 5 points. One couple with the most points at the end of the show wins a fabulous second honeymoon. So, gentlemen, are you ready to play this game? If you are, here's your first 5-point question. Gentlemen, which of these Tom Cruise movies will your wife say most accurately depicts her bedroom performance lately? Would it be Far and Away, Mission Impossible, or Risky Business? Craig, what do you think about this? Far and Away, Mission Impossible, or Risky Business?
Definitely Risky Business.
Oh.
We were staying with some friends lately, and they heard it.
Oh.
I got called on it.
Okay, Johnny, what would it be?
Bob, I'd have to say Mission Impossible because I ask you to do some pretty impossible things sometimes.
Okay. Chris.
Bob, I'd say far and away because most of the time I'm the instigator and she, doesn't usually instigate it. So.
Oh, so it's far away then. All right, Edward.
Bob, it is far and away.
Oh.
The weather is hot as heck.
Yeah.
Very hot. I like try and scoot over and try and start, but it's like, get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far and away.
Well, married life, something else, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Next question, gentlemen. If all of the inanimate objects in your home could talk, which one will your wife say would crack the funniest jokes about her? Be specific. Johnny?
Bob, I would say the kitchen cabinet doors because she always leaves them open.
The cabinet doors in the kitchen. Good. Chris?
I would have to say the mirror, not just because of the reason that she's so self-conscious about
Which
her
mirror is
mirrors.
this?
Oh, like the bathroom mirror.
Bathroom mirror. Fine. Edward?
Bob, it would be the bed. The only time she gets out of bed is to go to school, and once school's over, she's back in bed.
Yeah.
That's all.
And we know already that the only thing she does in bed is sleep, right?
That's it. That's it.
Craig?
The TV remote.
The TV remote would tell jokes. Okay, here's the last of our 5-point questions. Gentlemen, how will your wife say you would complete this sentence? Now, this is you talking. If I want to put my wife in the mood for love, I just have to say the words blank. But if I want to put her in the mood for war, I just have to say the words what? So, Chris, if you want to put her in the mood for love, you just have to say,
you ready to go to bed?
Ready to go to bed. Now, if you want to put her in the mood for war, what do you have to say?
I would have to say, what channel's the football game on?
What channel is the football game on? All right. Edward, you want to put her in the mood for love? This may be an impossible question for you. I'm sorry.
In the mood for love, it is, I'll buy you something.
I'll
buy you something.
And you put her in the mood for war?
War, I'm not going to do it, or we're going to do it a different way. That's what it is. We're always going about my way is the best way.
We're going to do it a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is that your answer?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Craig, put her in the mood for love.
Oh, I just have to come home from work and say, hi, honey, I'm home.
Wow.
Yeah.
Poor Edward down here is going, no kidding. And to put her in the mood for war?
Anything about her mother.
Well, what do you mean? Is that okay? Just anything about her mom. All right, Johnny, put her in the mood for love for me, will you?
To put her in the mood for love, Bob, she's really sentimental. So if I just tell her I love her.
I love you. Put her in the mood for war.
Put her in the mood for war. I'm at the office, and I told you I was going to leave, but I can't leave yet.
Can't leave the office yet. All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. We'll be right back to reunite our newlyweds. We'll see how what our husbands have predicted what their wives will say right after these messages.
Buzzer recommends updating your password every 30 minutes. Start at 2 with your original password. Then at 2:30, change to a more complicated password plus. And at 3...
Today, gentlemen, we've recorded your predictions on cards and I'll have them flat on your laps. Each time that your prediction matches your wife's answer, you get 5 points. It's the one couple with the most points at the end of the show that wins that great second honeymoon. So, ladies, whoo, it's nice to have you here. Here's your first question for 5 points. Ladies, which of these Tom Cruise movies most accurately depicts your bedroom performance lately? Would it be Risky Business, Far and Away, or Mission Impossible? Lauren, he's depicting your bedroom performance lately.
I would have to say that it would be Mission Impossible.
Really?
Yeah.
How come?
Because I'm busy and I'm in school and I'm
You're not in
tired.
school in the middle of the night, are you?
But I'm sleeping in the middle of the night.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
She's wrong, Bob. She
Yeah,
is.
no, Edward said your performance lately has been far
Far
away.
away. Lord, when's the last time we were together? When is the last time we were together?
Well, that's why I said Mission
And how high is it? No, far and away.
Oh,
Far and
that's
away.
true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Far and
Don't
away.
touch me, I won't touch you.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, not as sorry as you are, but I am sorry. Yeah. Jennifer,
Yes, I travel a lot for work, so I'm going to have to say far and away.
far and away. Your husband predicted it was far and away. Yeah. Rita, would it be Risky Business, Far and Away, or Mission Impossible?
Yes, Bob, I would have to say risky business because lately,
Yeah.
I really love my husband.
Lately, what?
I love my husband lately.
You mean you didn't love him before that?
No, I mean like I go through stages like sometimes he looks really good, sometimes he's like okay, and sometimes he's just like.
So,
But lately,
So what stage is he today?
I mean, he looks good.
He looks good. So your answer is
Risky business.
risky business. He predicted you would say that lately your performance has been mission impossible.
No, I mean, you gotta listen to cut. You know, I always ask you to, to do
Mission
things.
Impossible?
Yeah, do some, some impossible stuff.
April,
Risky business.
risky business. He predicted you would say it's been risky business. Yeah, right. Next question, ladies. If all of the inanimate objects in your home could talk, which one would crack the funniest jokes about you? Be specific. If all of the inanimates, Jennifer, in your home could talk, which one would crack the funniest jokes about you?
Wow. I would say probably the bed.
The bed, okay. He predicted you would say, no, the funniest jokes would be the bathroom mirror.
Oh,
So last night, Craig and I were talking about this. We watched it last night, and I think it's so funny that my lovely hater team thinks that this is some way to catch me in a lie or shame me or some shit. It's hilarious to me. But anyway, we were watching it last night, and we were wondering how many of the couples are still together. I think that Johnny and Rita, couple number 3, the ones who gave us a ride home when we lost our car, I think they're still together. But I wonder about those other 2 couples, because man, some of their answers were fighting answers, weren't they? I mean, I felt like either they didn't know each other or they hated each other. It was so weird. It was a strange situation whatsoever. Anyway, we'll go back and keep playing more. But I just thought that was interesting. What do you guys think? Do you think they're all together? What do you think happened to these couples? Let's talk about that, because I think it's interesting.
yeah, probably.
I said it because you're always.
He might see
complaining
the other.
about
I really think couple
your
number
ears
1
stick out. Do my
definitely.
ears stick out?
Yeah.
You know when I say no?
Rita,
I'd have to say my closet.
your closet, all right? He predicted you would say the kitchen cabinet doors.
Johnny.
No, you always leave them open. You know how I always. You go into the kitchen.
I love
and there's
Rita and Johnny.
Every door in the kitchen, every
Yeah.
cabinet door is open.
And this means
They probably think you're not tied together real well.
April. April.
I'd have to also say the bed because it knows a lot of secrets.
The bed, all right. He predicted you would say it would be the TV remote.
Since I spent so much time with me, I thought, we'd team up on you.
Lauren.
I'd have to say the TV because I watch it all the time.
Edward, she missed another one, man.
Fuck, she's dating the bed, man.
Yeah, the bed, man.
The only time she gets up is
Yeah,
to go to
I just
sleep.
don't think they're
When she's
together
up
anymore.
late night.
I don't know.
Lauren, come
He's
on.
settled,
Last
man.
place now.
What?
Yeah.
His hair.
You're only tied for second.
Nothing wrong with
It's
him,
okay.
but I don't know. She's
But you're
settled
still
on
in
that
last
man.
place. Okay?
Yeah.
Here's the last of our 5-point questions. How did your husband complete
Maybe
this
he's really good in
sentence,
bed,
ladies?
or
This is
maybe
him
he's a really
talking.
sweet guy. I don't
If I
know.
want to
but,
put my wife in the
it was
mood
like
for
a
love, I
killer.
just have to say the word swept. But if I want to put her in the mood for war, I have to say the words blank. So if he wants to put you in the mood for love, Rita, he has to say the words what?
love, I think I'd have to say Disneyland.
Pardon me?
Disneyland.
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 What a Mickey Mouse marriage you have.
I love
And if he
Disneyland.
wants to put you in the mood for war,
No shopping today.
No shopping.
No
He said-
shopping for the month.
no, you know what he said? All he has to say, I love you, and you're in the mood for love.
Oh.
And war is, I haven't left the office yet.
We just went through that yesterday.
I know, but Johnny, I know you love me, but I love Disneyland.
No, he says put you in the mood to love me, not Nikki.
April, he wants to put you in the mood for love. What does he have to do?
The baby's asleep.
The baby's asleep.
Yeah.
I'm not in the mood for war.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. He said if he wants to put you
Hey guys, that was Bree, the one that's now besties with Christy and taking pictures. That was her big reveal, is that this happened in 1997, and I admitted that we already had a baby together, and that means that I did not leave the industry because to raise my child, like I claim, because she found me on the Newlywed with my husband in a not acting gig. But hey, let's keep going because th're just so hilarious with their truths that they want to tell about me.
in the mood for love, it's hi, honey, I'm home. And for war, anything about your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lauren?
Yes.
And for mood for love,
I'll take you shopping.
take you shopping. In the mood for war,
Didn't you do anything today?
didn't you do anything? He predicted you say in the mood for love, all he has to do is say, I'll buy you something.
I'm a pimp, Bob.
But yeah. Yeah.
Pimpa. Oh my God. Wow.
Love, all he has to do is say, "Hey, babe."
Hey, babe.
And in the mood for war, all he has to do is say, "I disagree."
I disagree. No, he said in the mood for love, all he has to say, ready to go to bed? And for war is what channel's a football game on? Okay, thank you very much. We'll be right back to see how well the wives can predict what the husbands will say right after these messages.
Oh, this picture of me and Greg. Oh, we're such babies. By the way, my baby was already in my tummy at that point in time, just so they all know accurately.
Welcome back, everybody. And now, ladies, your husbands are secluded off stage. It's your turn to predict
This
what
is
they will
Mike
say.
and
Remember,
Craig's
each of
appearance
these
on the
questions will
Newlywed
now be
Game of
worth 10 points.
1997.
Here's the first question. Ladies, what will your husband say is the most embarrassing thing he's ever done in front of your family? Jennifer, what's the most embarrassing thing he's ever done in front of your family?
Talked about our bedroom behavior.
He talks about your bedroom behavior.
Yeah.
He does that on the show, too.
I know. I'm sure he does.
Yeah, he's a braggart, isn't he?
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit.
Lauren?
I'm gonna have to say that Eddie tends to talk too much.
No kidding. How embarrassing. April?
I think you'd have to say that he got into it with my cousin when he first met him.
What do you mean you got into it?
Did
You
over
fought him?
basketball.
They had different opinions about basketball and things. And I had
Oh, it's serious then.
yeah, very
Yeah.
serious, very serious.
So you got an
Basketball's
argument with
important
your
to him.
cousin
Yeah.
about basketball.
Mhm.
Okay. Arita?
I have to say, also talk too much. But see, what he does is he'll tell my mom on me. Like,
He will rat on you
Yes.
to your mom.
yeah, yes,
No kidding.
yes, yes.
Well,
Stuff that I do not want her to know, he will tell her.
like what?
Well, Bob, that's kind of personal.
Well, I'm just curious. Okay. Here's the last of our 10-point questions. I'll find out later. Ladies, how will your husband say you would complete this sentence? This is you talking. If my husband were Pinocchio, his nose would grow a mile every time he talked about his what? Lauren?
I almost got in a lot of trouble for
I
saying
don't know.
this.
He lies.
Is that okay, Judge? Every time he talks about his lies.
Yeah.
April,
His bedroom behavior.
his bedroom behavior.
I think he makes it a little bit more than it really is
Oh,
sometimes. He's great. Don't get me wrong. My husband is really great.
Yeah, sure, I can tell. Yeah,
But
Rita.
sometimes he makes it out to his friends even more.
I have to say his height, because he has this strange feeling. He thinks that we're the same height.
How tall is he?
He's like 5'8" and I'm like 5'9", but my legs are longer.
Oh, so that would make you taller than 5'9" if your legs are longer.
Well, but I'm like, well, and then I am taller, Bob. I'm taller. Okay.
Right, okay, sure, I got it. Okay. Okay, Jennifer, his nose would grow a mile every time he talked about his what?
I'm gonna have to say his surfing ability because he's good, but I think he stretches the truth a little bit. And
It's a
makes
surfing
people
ability.
think he's better
Okay,
than
now,
he is.
here's our 25-point bonus question. Ladies, what brand of soap will your husband say he used the last time he showered? And your answers must match exactly. April?
Dial.
Dial.
Yep.
Rita? Zest. Jennifer?
Soft soap.
Pardon me?
My husband made the comment last night that he thought that it was really funny how quickly I said dial, like I was just dialed in on it. Yeah, so he thought that was really funny because I was absolutely 100% certain it was dial, but I had
Soft
no
soap,
idea. I thought to
the
myself,
liquid
that guy's
soft
never, my
soft
husband's
soap.
never gonna get
Okay.
it.
Lauren?
Caress.
Caress. All right, ladies, thank you very much. We'll be back with our husbands to compare answers on the Newlywed Game right after this message.
Hi,
Welcome
Sarah.
back to the Newlywed Game. Okay, our couples are doing real well right now.
I'm on the
Let's see
end.
how well your
That's
wives
me.
have predicted what you will say. Remember, these questions will now be worth 10 points. Here's our first one. Gentlemen, what's the most embarrassing thing you have ever done in front of your wife's family? Johnny, most embarrassing thing you've ever done in front of your wife's family?
I would have to say broke wind.
Well, do me a favor. Don't say it again. Okay. She said the most embarrassing thing you've ever done is you rat on her to her mom.
Oh, what's embarrassing about
But
that?
let's talk about this breaking winds.
Yeah, I don't want to know about the other, though. Craig?
You left her at the Orange County Fair with her family?
You left her, okay?
Yeah.
She said the most embarrassing. No, you got an argument with her cousin about basketball. Really embarrassing.
Oh.
Yeah, Edward. Remember, you still have no points.
What
Come on,
choose
get-
choices for
I'm
being a
pumped up,
jerk,
Bob.
huh,
I'm ready.
baby?
You're pumped,
I'm ready, man. Yeah.
Okay, most embarrassing thing you've ever done in front of her family.
I would have to say propose to her because we were all at her cousin's house and like I was talking to her mom saying
You
no, no,
proposed
no.
to her, yeah.
Yeah, and her
Things
mom
don't
was
look
like,
good here, Edward.
her mom was like, yeah, and okay.
Yeah.
So I
She
just
said the
got
most
very
embarrassing thing
nervous.
you've ever done. Top card for me, Lauren. Is that
that
you talk too much,
too
Edward.
much.
Don't talk too much.
You're going on and on and
Our whole
on.
family talks too much.
I
I just
think
converse with
we are.
them.
We've been
That's
married for
all.
20 freaking years. We do a lot of shit together. We love each other very much. I've known that man since
Bob.
7th grade.
I'd also have to say probably talk too much.
You talk too
'cause
much, you predicted.
I'm always
the most
running
embarrassing thing is that you talk about your bedroom behavior in front of
I
her
know.
family.
I know.
I do not.
I know. I
Yeah,
couldn't think
what
of
are you
anything.
talking about?
Well, my sister and her boyfriend and
Here's the last of our
Wow.
10-point questions here. Gentlemen, how did your wife complete this sentence? Now, this is her talking. If my husband were Pinocchio, his nose would grow a mile every time he talked about his what? Craig,
Every time I talked about my love life.
your love life?
Yeah, before I was married.
Oh, before you were married. All right. She said every time you talked about your bedroom behavior now.
You make it out to be a lot to your friends, honey.
Okay, Edward, here's a chance for you to take over the lead with a correct answer. Yes.
I got this one.
What is it,
Bob.
Everett?
I got this.
What is it?
I'd have to say my my magic love wand. That's what it is. It's not used much, but
All
when
right.
it's
She
used,
said,
I said every time he lies.
yeah, you're lying again, Edward.
Yeah. You're lying right now.
no.
Hey, Chris.
I would have to say, Bob, probably all the things I want, because I always see something I want, I'll say I want that, or no, I
All
want
right. She
that.
said that your nose would grow a mile every time you talked about your surfing ability.
You
Oh, I knew
go
I should
on,
have said that. I
on,
knew I should have said that.
Hey, Johnny. Yeah, if you were Pinocchio, your nose would grow a mile every time you talk about what?
Every time I talk about excitement or being excited about something she wants to do, Bob, because she always says that.
So you're not really as excited.
Yeah, you know, I would say that. I'm excited, but I'm not. You know, it's not that bubbly. You know, it's a cool thing, kind of. You know.
Yeah.
She goes,
No, that's not what she said. She said that. Yeah, no, it's every time you talk about your height. She says you're not as tall as you say you are.
You know how you always say, Johnny? You always say, I'm taller than you.
I am taller than you.
Why not?
It's not because you wear those, you know, the shoes.
Johnny, my legs are longer.
But I'm taller
I'm
than
an
you.
inch taller than you.
How can you be taller if her legs are longer?
She,
Johnny,
it's a torso thing, you know.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, the heck,
We'll be
yeah.
back with our 25-point bonus question. Right now, we're going to find out where our winning couple will be going on their second honeymoon. You're going to Maui. That's right, just hit the Maui Islander in the heart of Oklahoma. Nestled inside 10 acres with the lush, green, tropical setting. Within walking distance to shops, restaurants, nightlife, and the harbor, the romantic Maui Islander. Away from it all, close to everything. Back to you, Bob. All right, Trevor, thank you very much. They're going to Maui. Here's our 25-point bonus question. Gentlemen, what brand of soap did you use the last time you showered? And your answers must match exactly. What brand of soap? Let's go first to couple number one. Edward and Lauren, you're in last place. You get it right, you're going to be in first place. Edward.
We better get this one because I showered 3 times a day just to be clean.
With what?
Caress.
Caress. She said it would be caress. Yes. All right. Yeah. Couple number 3. Johnny and Rita with 0. 25. You give me 25. Johnny, you'll be tied for the lead. Get it right.
Now, Bob, I know she better know.
What's your
this.
answer?
Zest.
Zest. He said zest. Yes. Couple number 2. Chris and Jennifer with 5. 25. We'll give you 30. Take over the lead, Chris, with the right answer.
I would say Jergens liquid soap.
She said that was soft soap. No. Listen to Can you hear Edward? Edward, yeah, he's always there rooting for him to lose. Couple number 4, Craig and April with 5. 25. We'll give you 30. If you get it right, you're going to be our grand prize winner.
Dial.
Dial. She said dial. And Craig and April, you're going to Maui. Well, thanks to our couples. Thanks to you at home. I'm Bob Eubanks. We'll see you next time. So long, everybody, from the Newlywed Game.
Okay. So Johnny and Rita were couple number 3. Johnny and Rita actually gave us a ride home because they lived in the same area as us. And on the way there, my husband and I, our car broke down on the side of the road. And my husband looked at me and said, "It's not even registered in our name yet. It's never going to run again. Grab everything you want out of this car that you ever want to see again, and let's go." And we called the studio to talk to Leslie Aquaviva, who is the producer for this show. And she's like, "Just get in a taxi and come over here and we'll pay for it." And we're like, okay. No taxis would pick us up because here we are with all these garbage bags just walking down the street. So we had to take a freaking bus and they rush us in there. They put me in the worst outfit. I was like, oh my God, this outfit is so horrid. I hated that outfit. Like they were pieces of other outfits that they put together. Sadie, is that, you got to connect your microphone and your, there we go. Okay, let's see. Hello.
Hey, oh my gosh, this thing was a nightmare to get in. Can you hear me?
Yes, it says Sadie though. I didn't know that was you.
Yes. Well, that's on my that's my nickname, and that's what my name is on TikTok is Sadie Beth One.
Newlywed Game thing on TikTok when you were actually on the game. Yeah, I do think it's weird that she did that because she did that right after I showed this the first time. She went and did her TikTok about the Newlywed Game thing.
I am not able to see anybody's comments.
Okay, so in the side panel, are you on your phone, Sarah, or are you on a computer?
Yes, I'm on my phone. I'm
Okay,
on my
then
phone.
you probably won't be able to, but I'll pop them up as they come through. But basically, I was just showing this. I went live today with Hello Starlight. We were just over there. I was doing a wonderful live with her when everybody decided to come over and start more drama. Like we were fine. We were having a great time. And then all the little Ryan and Gypsy stands decided to come in and say some crazy shit. And I'm like, y'all are just really, you're reaching here. We were talking case, we were talking about my life, we were talking about anything and everything that had nothing to do with drama. And still they came over and had to attack. And it was like crazy. Starlight was like, oh my God, they just come in hundreds. I'm like, yep, that's what they do. That's exactly what they do.
I don't know what's going on, but supposedly I got a message. Somebody had blocked Ryan, but they didn't want me to say who they were, but they blocked Ryan's videos. Apparently Ryan posted like 20 videos of her lip syncing songs that were dedicated to you, running you down. And I'm like, really?
Wow.
Like,
this is
because you've been
drama.
You've been doing like, how you did the your songs the day before yesterday.
Yeah.
You sing some songs before you're live.
Yeah, I did it today too.
Apparently that's what that's about, I guess.
Oh my Lord. They're just
and I'm like, how immature is that?
It's beyond immature. Like I played this the other day to show that I was on the Newlywed Game because I was really excited about showing it because my daughter found it, or my sister. I can't remember if it was my sister who found it and sent it to me, and my daughter found it and sent it to me at the same time. I can't remember who sent it to me. I was trying to tell my husband, I don't remember. But whichever one of them sent it to me, I found this link to this, and I was so excited to play this for everybody. Yes, my glasses. I was so excited to play this for everybody. And then the day after I play it on my TikTok, on the fancy, the big TikTok, the Good Wives, that got down. It got taken down. And now they're trying to use this as some like way to prove some bullshit about me and that I'm lying about leaving the industry, because in 96 I had my kid, and in 97 I was on the Newlywed Game with my husband. So how could I possibly be on the Newlywed Game if I left the industry? And oh, by the way, there's other credits after that. So she didn't. Did you notice that I moved and went to Arizona and they stopped? Like, I don't understand what they think they're proving with these things. Now ruin my time on the Newlywed Game and make it look like it's some sort of lie. You're ridiculous.
I wish I really wanted to see it. You'll have to send me the link, because I actually came in after we talked. I came in to plug my phone into charge because it was dead, and I fell asleep waiting on my phone. I was actually researching more cases that I had found, more lawsuits against Dan.
Oh my God, there's so much, Sarah.
Well, I know, because I said something to you about, we were looking in Arkansas and Missouri, and we're kind of coming up empty-handed. But then I said, well, what if he was in East St. Louis, which is in Illinois? So I was pulling up cases against him in Illinois, and then I switched over to Kentucky and found some in Kentucky.
Oh shit, really?
Yes, ma'am. And so I charged my phone and fell asleep. And then when I woke up, I was like, oh, I need to, get a hold of Fancy or whatever. And I tried calling you and you messaged me and said, well, I'm on live
Yeah.
with the Newlywed game. And I was like, dang it, I have not gotten to see all of it all the way through. And I wanted to. And I can tell you right now that I've been on television before. And I mean, many, many, many times. And when you're doing like a game show, that's not an acting.
No, it's a federally regulated game show. Like, it's federally regulated. But it's just silly that that's what they think they have now made their entire life about exposing me in lies that I never told. It's the fucking weirdest, most bizarre thing, Sarah. I've never in my life experienced anything like this.
I just want to know what songs Ryan is dedicating to you.
I don't know. A bitch would. I don't know. I mean, like, I hate that bitch and I hope she dies. Like, what? I don't know. Like how? What kind of song can you dedicate to a person you've only known for 3.5 weeks and they somehow messed up your whole fucking life in a one day conversation? I don't know what songs you would send to a person like that. I don't know what you would dedicate. I don't know you, and I don't. You never will. I mean, I don't know.
I know. It's like, we're getting down to like days and hours now, like I've known her for such amount of days and 54 hours and 26 minutes.
Well, the Blanchards don't know me at all, don't you know? Right? They can't figure out whether they know me or I stalked them or harassed them or I was a confidant for them or not. They can't figure out what the hell that they want to call me, because every day it changes as to what they think about me or how they feel, and I don't really care anymore. I really just I don't.
I think it's the Brie thing really threw me for a loop. I'm like, that warthog, like, talk about freaking heavy filtering.
I want to show you. I want to tell you guys, this is funny.
That's how I always can tell. Like, when I go to match up her photos, I'm like, okay, I'm counting the warts that she has, because they truly are warts. I'm not being nasty.
You're not being rude.
Or mean.
They really are good there.
They really are warts. I did look it up.
Hold on. I want to look at something real quick. I was telling you this morning that there were,
and I can't see anything
Brie.
except
for
you.
I'm not showing you because it's my whole. All right. So Brie. Let's see. First, she's talking to me about Dan's arrest right here. She sent me this on. Let's see. Brie sent this to me on February 14th. I didn't open it because I wouldn't have time. Another one on February 14th where she attached, not supposed to be talking to Nick, some sort of screenshot there. Then she sent me another one. Let's see. This is the Times record about Dan.
Oh, something about, I got this message back. So the songs Ryan is singing are something about you, they're lip syncing songs about drama that are basically alluding to you.
That's hilarious. But what I'm saying is here's a person Brie. She's over there talking about she doesn't know me. She's only watched me on TikTok, bobbity fucking blobbity blah. And she knew from the second that she saw me, there was something wrong with me. And really, because you sent me back to back 3 different emails. Could it possibly be that I just didn't pay you enough attention and that pissed you off? Because that's generally what happens. I don't pay attention to who thinks that they're so fucking important in my life that they need to send me tons and tons of shit. And I ask you guys to send the shit. That's fine. But when I get to it, I get to it. When my team looks at it, my team looks at it. It's not because I'm being rude. It's because I'm fucking busy. So I didn't answer your 3 fucking emails. So you had to decide to go on a whole bash session and reach out to Christy Blanchard and become her bestie and start taking pictures with her. Do we all not think this is weird? This is weird.
It is, especially because the videos that she put together for you were, I mean, those were productions. Those were productions. I mean, I've never seen
all that for no reason.
I have never seen TikTok videos like that before.
No, she put a lot of effort into nothing. And I feel like I don't want to feed into the drama, and I don't want to talk about their nonsense because it just irritates the shit out of me, and I shouldn't have to. But it's kind of laughable at this point. I called him pathetic yesterday because
What was
it is.
the date? What day was that picture she took with Christy?
I don't know.
I mean, is it been this week or was it
Literally, it
last
was
week?
this week. Yes, no, it was
Oh
literally
wow.
posted this week. This week is when I saw it. I saw it yesterday.
So
I
she
have
went
not.
down to Louisiana, and she went all the way
I
down
don't
to
know.
Louisiana.
I don't know where the hell Bree lives even.
Wow. I don't know either, but I didn't think that they lived that close. I just assumed.
Either.
But I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Heck, they could be
Follow
neighbors.
these people close enough. I don't follow these people close enough. I don't know, and I didn't even realize. It's so funny is you're telling me she's the one who made the train video with the little choo choo.
Yes.
I had no idea that was even her. I had no idea. I don't know who any of these
Yeah.
people are. Unless I talk about you specifically, like Brandy and Tori, and those are the names that have been around a long ass time. These new people that are now coming on the scene to bully and harass me, dude, I don't have time for your bullshit. I don't have time for you. You're not a big player. You're not a person that needs to be here making all this fucking content about nothing that you know nothing about.
Well,
my
I
beef
can't wait.
for the
Send me that
players
link
that are
for your Newlywed game because you and your husband
on
look so freaking adorable. You two are
here.
so cute. You're the cutest couple on there.
We won the game. Okay, like I was saying, we lost our car. So couple number 3 drove us home, and we stayed in contact with with Johnny and Rita for quite a long time. In fact, my husband was looking them up last night to see if we could find them and reach out to see if they're still together because they were such a great couple. We went to dinner with them several times afterwards and everything. We really enjoyed their company.
Which couple were they?
That was Rita and Johnny, the couple next to us, the black couple.
Yes. Okay.
The black couple. They were super sweet. One of them was military, and they lived close by to where we were, and they offered us a ride home because the company, the Newlywed game was going to pay for us to have but I mean it would cost $40. So why is it doing that?
I don't know. You're cutting out.
Hold on. Okay. No, I'm repeating. Why is it doing that?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but every time I talk, it reverbs through you. So something is going on. I don't know what to do about it.
That's static, but now I'm not. How about you?
Yep, better. Okay, so what was I saying?
They were talking about your vehicle.
Okay. Oh yeah, my vehicle. So they were going to send us home, and Johnny and Rita were like, "Well, we live right by them, so let's just take you home." So I did, and we met. We were good friends with them. Then so we had 2 years that we could take the trip. So they gave us this trip in '97. We had till '99 that we could take the trip. And like the last few months of taking the trip, being able to take the trip, we kept waiting for me. I was working at different retail places, restaurants, and Craig was working, and we were always like kind of in this flux because we were young and struggling, and everything. And so we weren't sure we were going to get to take the trip. And my mom finally said, just go, because I was in between jobs. I had already interviewed with my new job and gotten the job as a manager, but I wasn't leaving this company yet. She goes, leave that company, go on your trip, take your trip, and come back and go back to work. And so I did. She even had to send us my paycheck through Western Union from the last job so we could actually go and do anything. The time that we were there, we had food stamps and ramen noodles. Like that's how poor we were when we went to Maui. But it was the best time. We didn't do all the like touristy shit. We went to the beach. We walked around. We looked at the temples and all kinds of cool stuff. And I mean, I have like hundreds and hundreds of pictures of that. And I think that if we had like, full money and everything, that trip would not be as meaningful to me and my husband as it was.
That's amazing. That is so amazing.
Apparently Ryan is coming out today with information about the fact that I cheated on my husband at some point, and she wasn't going to expose that, but then I said something, so she's decided she's going to expose that I cheated on my husband, because that's newsworthy. I didn't cheat on my
Oh my
husband.
goodness.
This is how ridiculous they make this. My husband has known me since 7th grade. That man has loved me from the second that he fucking walked up and made fun of my Smurfette shirt. Okay?
Aw.
He was going to marry me. He wrote in my yearbook that I guess you won the bet because he bet me in my senior year in my garage when I wouldn't let him in the house because mama told me I couldn't have anybody in the house when she was gone. And he was a boy. I wasn't going to break that rule. I let my best friend in, but I didn't let him in. He sat on my washing machine and we talked for hours on his bike. He came over on his little bike because my husband used to cycle. And he wrote, he bet me he was going to kiss me by the end of the year. He did not. I won. But in the end, he won. He got me. He wanted me from day one. That man and I have gone round and around for 28 years married. There is nothing that we haven't done, said, or had happen. Was he abusive at one point in time? Yes. Was I probably abusive back? Probably, because I fought back. My husband used to throw me on a bed and choke me out. Like, do you all think you're going to Like when that's why it's so upsetting. The Free Craig page is upsetting not only to me, but it's upsetting to him because it alleges that I am a domestic abuser. And my husband 100% knows that I survived domestic violence through him. And it's only through him going to counseling and getting medicine that we were able to stay together. That's why I left him for 4 years. That's why I left and went to Arizona. Because we have struggled with mental illness and our relationship our whole lives. But that man loves me and I love him. Like, you guys think that after 28 years, you're going to come in here and drop some bombshell about my fucking life with my husband? No. And when Christy did it, the reason it was upsetting to me was because we were going through a period of time where I was having a hard time with him and medications. He had gone through a period where one of the medications actually was giving him Hodgkin's disease and burning his skin from the inside out, and he almost died from it. There was another medication that he was so freaking sick, made him so allergic and sick to, and psychotic. We had to take him off of that one. He went into the hospital for that one. So she knew all of this. And she goes and lies and tells Natasha all of this. Then Natasha decides to harass me for years and still does. They create that Free Craig page. The girl who did it admits to doing it.
And then Thea did the dirty carpets so that, carpets, you know what that represents.
Right, because they'd already made fun of that. And so she knew all of this. She knew that my husband was in a state of absolute mania, agitation, and struggling with medications with his bipolar disorder. And let me double down, my husband had just been diagnosed with early onset dementia. When that bitch decides to have a conversation about my lady parts, me cheating on my husband, contracting an STD, and hands it to my stalker, along with the medical records for Gypsy, all over to her. And, I'm just supposed to sit here and pretend like none of this shit happened to me and I shouldn't say anything. Because, if I talk about it, I'm breeding the fucking drama. No, those bitches breed the drama every fucking day. I'm simply a product of it. And they don't give a shit about for my safety or anyone else's. And that Free Craig page is pretty fucking pathetic and sad. You're gross.
Well, you know what you got to do? You got to just rise above that, and you have to put all of that behind you, because it is just, remember, what is it? It's just a distraction.
And it's not just sure. Okay, you know what?
Yeah.
I keep hearing this word, immature. It's just this. It's just this Facebook drama. It's just this YouTube drama. No, this was a systemically calculated and evil plan by Christy Blanchard to silence truth and anything I have to say in a step and to totally 100% discredit my credibility. Why? Because I sit up on Facebook and I freaking cuss a lot, because I'm sitting in my recliner, because I don't have my office space set together. What is it that you'd like to pick apart about my life today? I guarantee you, though, I never fucking murdered a damn person, and I'm not a fucking con artist. So you all can keep saying that I'm a con artist all you want. I'd love for you to show me the pieces of paper that show that I'm a con artist of any sort, because I do have a business. I've run it for a long damn time.
Well, let's see. They've started the big Free the Couch page.
Yeah, Free the Couch
and
page. Classic.
Then now they've started another one now called Free the Scrunchie, your hair scrunchie.
Of course.
And then there's the private accounts that are Auto Brewery and the Fingers accounts.
Back in the day, Natasha glued eyelashes to her freaking face all over. I put those out to show fun of my PCOS, but then she doubles down and says, well, I didn't know she had PCOS, so I wasn't making fun of people with PCOS. I was just making fun of the fact that she doesn't shave her fucking hair off her face. Well, I'm so sorry that at 5 o'clock on a Thursday, when I did a video from the pool that my friend had in his backyard, that I still had a little bit of stubble on my fucking shoulder and my chin for you. I'm so sorry that bothers you enough that you needed to glue eyelashes to your face.
I'm just glad. Hey, at least she said that she did get paid back for that though, because she couldn't get the eyelashes off for days.
She glued them to her niece's face as well. You know, the niece that she refers to as a nigga out of aggravation? Yeah, that video's up. Christina loves posting. She referred
That's
to
terrible.
her niece on a live as an Niglet. And she said, oh, honey, I just did that to you out of aggravation. That girl was upset about it.
That's just
about all the mods and all the different people that have left her and done all the different things that come running to me and apologize to me that are now upset that I'm putting out those conversations. Yeah, you know why? Because the only time that they decided that Natasha wasn't somebody they wanted to freaking uphold and uplift was when it came at them. Jen Lujan left because Jen Lu left because she made a disparaging comment about Mexicans. Somebody else left because they made she made a disparaging comment about disabilities. Well, that's fine. So they didn't have a problem with them doing all the things that they were doing until it became something that upset them. Then they all had to run away. And guess who they run to me every fucking time? Me.
Well, you just can't. You cannot take anybody back now.
Never.
Because I've seen people that are trying to come back as mods and they have no business being on because they, number one, didn't help, and number two, they were just running back to her like I'm so disappointed because we were all following and supporting that Crime Time and Tea account. And I thought that was a good person that was on your side. And then as soon as you ended your live on Monday, they went straight to Ryan's page and started a bunch of drama.
Hold on. You can keep talking. I get.
And that was I was just very upset with that because I thought that person was on, I don't, and I hate to say sides because this shouldn't be about sides. This shouldn't be about Ryan versus Fancy. There shouldn't be a sides. There shouldn't be a battle. Everybody should be joined together to try to fight for someone's rights and justice, to fight for our own First Amendment rights on TikTok, to, fight to see justice prevail for Nick, for him to get a new trial, for Gypsy to go back behind bars where she deserves, and for all of the people that contributed to this complete travesty of justice. They need to be brought forward. I would love to see Gypsy charged with federal charges. Why she has not been, I don't understand, especially with her mailing the Schmurder weapon to set Nick up. That should have been an automatic. I don't understand why she did not get a part of her plea didn't include something to do with the with dealing with the Schmurder weapon. That's a big deal, especially mailing it across state lines.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, there's a lot of things like you got like even going back to the drama, you guys think about this. I want you to understand, it's not just petty drama. It's not just some Facebook drama. What they have done for the last 4 years, really, it started 5 years ago when Natasha first started attacking me, Christy, and all of them. For the last 5 years, what they have done is cyberstalked and cyberbullied me in any way that they can. They convinced me to drop an actual FBI investigation into fraud and cyberbullying. And it has all been with Christy at the helm. You guys wonder why I go at her so hard, because she is the only person that has been perpetuating this story for 7 fucking years in media. 9, really, 9.
Oh, hey, did you check on that picture that Bree posted? What day she posted it?
No, I can't tell because I can't see it. I only reposted it. I don't have the actual post. I can't see it because I have her blocked. I have her blocked.
Okay.
But I think it
Yeah.
was
Okay.
so, I mean, there are so many federal charges that Gypsy, Christy, the rest of them can all be brought up on. I'm hoping they all go to jail. I do. And that's not me
They
being hateful and mean. They committed crimes, not just
they
against
did.
against others.
They've committed so many crimes against others. I mean, I'm sorry, but like we haven't even scratched the surface on the fraud
No.
charges. We have
And
not
there's
even scratched the surface.
we haven't scratched the surface on what Christy and Rod knew. I've come to a lot of what they know now. I don't know everything. There are still a lot of questions about what they did and didn't know, about what was and wasn't going on. But I can guarantee you their story is not truthful. There is more to that story. You can just go
Well,
to 2020 and watch how involved they were by the pictures that I had never seen before. And I sat in their fucking living room and she showed me boxes and boxes of pictures.
and the fact that like
Oh, I'm
I've
gonna
never
question.
seen
Don't worry.
I've never seen someone come out of prison with $3 million to their that they can access, and that was all because of Christy. And now Gypsy's got these other new deals going. Besides her ebook, she's also got another book she's coming out with, a movie, and then her Lifetime series. So right now, her estimated worth is $6 million, and that's including. I mean, they're counting too her social media because of the amount of followers that she has.
Yep. Because I don't think you understand, on one post on TikTok, her one post, according to other TikTokers who did the research of how many views she got on that, how much, how many followers she has, blah, 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 blah. They determined that on that one video, she made $210,000.
Yes, that is correct.
She did $210,000.
That is correct. She has
dollars on anything.
Right now, she has a massive passive income that she is sitting on just from her TikTok followers.
She would be doing that kind of cameos because that's how they sustain a passive income to keep going and going and going and going and going and going.
Right.
And she doesn't get all of that at one time. Things get paid out in different ways, especially when you're a creator at that level. You don't get it all at one time.
But speaking of paid out, none of it's going back to the charities she frauded.
No, or the people that she frauded.
Yes.
Yeah, and I agree. The only step down from Cameo is OnlyFans. I agree because she can't. You know what? Well, that makes a lot of sense to me, though, in the fact of the timeline of how this has happened with her hitting social media and how things have just kind of gone down and gone down and gone down for her. This is not going the way they want. Okay. And yes, I've seen the things about her being pregnant, and I really don't care. One way or the other. But here's the thing, like you're saying, she's the cash cow. And so if the cash cow is now maybe possibly not getting her Lifetime deal because people are freaking the fuck out, and no one's paying attention to her on TikTok anymore because she's gotten too much hate on that. She had to take down her YouTube channel that she tried to build because she's just a dumb fuck and called everyone with disabilities buttercups, for Christ's sake. On TikTok, she's freaking bullied people and said, "Hey, come at my face." I don't know where the hell her parole officer is. That guy's a fucking piece of douche nozzle nothing. I can't stand that dude. I tried to talk to him about it. He's an idiot.
But you said she has. I can barely hear you now. Did your volume go down?
No, I just moved my computer. Can you hear me now?
No, I barely can hear you.
That's weird.
Do I need to turn my? Should I
okay?
turn my mic off?
No, I don't know. I don't think there's any reason for you not to be able to hear me. Hold on. Can you hear me now?
I hear you, but it's just barely a whisper.
That's weird.
My volume.
Can hear me. I don't know. Maybe you turned your volume down by accident, Sarah. I don't know. Nope. There she went. I don't know. Anyway, so think about that. Okay. So Wells, you're right. Maybe she went to Cameo because everything that she's trying to do is just not happening. Maybe it's just not happening the way she wanted, which is exactly what I said was going to happen. I told them this. I told them that there was going to be problems, that it wasn't going to go the way they thought, that it wasn't going to be this wonderful reception from social media and media and everything that they thought that they had while they were inside. I said, when she gets out, things are going to change completely. No one listened to me. Christy didn't listen to me. They didn't listen. I was their PR for a reason, guys, and I was damn good at it.
What I was going to say is, you said that I still can barely hear you, but you had mentioned that that you weren't getting any luck with her probation officer. Was that the one in Louisiana or the one in Missouri? Because everybody needs to know the information for both.
There are two. She's governed by both states, because technically Missouri has loaned her out to Louisiana, basically. Okay. Louisiana said, yes, we'll fucking take care of her and watch her ass. Fine. If she's coming here. And Missouri said, okay, well, let us know if anything happens. So if you report something to the Louisiana guy down here, it has to go back to the Missouri guy over here. And I've not talked to the Missouri board yet. I've not called him yet, because I don't know that it's going to do me any good, because I think that they just wanted to wash their hands of her. That's why they didn't make her do the extra 2 years, because they knew that it wasn't going to make any difference. But her public, like you said, her public behavior has been abhorrent. And I don't think that I don't think it's going to get any better. She ain't got good people around her. That's for damn sure. I don't know what's going on that you can't hear me, babe.
Okay, I'm gonna
just pop off and then come back through. Yeah. So I mean, it kills me. It kills me. And people want to say I'm obsessed with her. I'm not obsessed with her. I'm obsessed with the truth. I'm obsessed with this case. I'm obsessed with true crime, period. It's all I watch. I don't watch anything else. My kids have laughed for years calling it people killing people. Mom's watching people killing people again. Do you know why Gypsy Judgment of 305 was never filed? No, I don't know. I don't know if she's pregnant. I don't care if she's pregnant. I pity the dog and the child if she is. It's not going to be a good situation. It's just not. That's not me being mean. That's me being real. She should not raise children. She is too predestined to repeat the process, and we are not seeing her improve in her behavior in any way, shape, or form. We have not seen her go through any type of formal counseling. Her family only uses her as a freaking cash cow as it is, and I think that it is a bad situation for any child that is brought into that family in any way, shape, or form. So, what is that about my lemonade? I mean, I've got a lot to say about it. Look, I am not reporting on the things that you guys keep asking me about, like the brother husband, or is she pregnant, or any of those things, because you know what? I'm not involved with them anymore. I don't want to be involved with them anymore. And I don't follow her on social media. I don't follow any of them on social media. In fact, every single time one of them leaves, I block them, because I don't want to deal with them. They're the ones who follow me around. They're the ones who harass me. They're the ones who come into other people's lives and try to disrupt things when I'm trying to actually speak about a case. And so, you know, it's so do I know whether she's pregnant or not? No. Apparently Christy confirmed to Ryan on TikTok that her Ryan, you know, Gypsy's Ryan and her were there because of pneumonia. But I mean, her little posts are sure definitely alluding to the fact that they may be pregnant, you know? I mean, so I don't know, but I don't really want to report on that shit, because I don't really care. If you want to follow the drama and the life of Gypsy Rose since she's out of prison, go follow Nina or anybody else who reports on her bullshit about what she does now, because I don't care. I don't care if she's pregnant. I don't care about the dog. I mean, I do. Don't get me wrong. I'm worried for the dog. But I don't care about her dog. I don't care about her hair donations. I mean, it's literally like, I do bet my team. Thank you. I let a certain person get close again after not, and I made a mistake. And I don't think, I mean, there are pictures where he does look like Dee Dee 100%, and there are pictures where he does not look like Dee Dee 100%. I think it's just a bullshit. I think it's all bullshit. Everything she does is a publicity stunt. Do you think her putting her little hand right here on her tummy like this and with her little dog and what was just because? No, everything she fucking does is for attention and money. I don't know why you guys don't understand that. You know, I really don't understand why that's so hard for people to pick up that concept. Everything that they do, everything Christy does, everything Mia does, everything Ryan does, everything Gypsy does, everything, you know, Rod does, any of those things, anything, all 100% for money and publicity. That's it. That's it. She's doing it to keep her name in the press, just like she used me to keep her name in the press all those years.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm
Hey.
good. No, it's good. Yeah, it's good. So, yeah, I also see people in here when I was clicked over that. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't really understand. Like, is that Bazinga?
I don't know if that's
So
Bazinga. She's been floating around in my Facebook group too.
Bazonga Solo Kathleen. And then also, I got a message while I was trying to reset with you, and that may have been what threw me off. But your the account that was Fancy's Mod Squad has now changed their name.
Yeah, I know she did. I know her personally. I know she did.
So, but she's still,
she's one of my mods.
Still,
she's a mod.
She's still okay. She's still okay.
Yes, she is a
Okay.
mod. She's protecting herself, just like, yeah, Bazinga, honey. I'm gonna tell you what, baby. You were all inside the drama. You had all kinds of
You,
mess.
Bazinga, I am so disappointed. Bazinga, I am so disappointed in what you've done and the way you hurt Macy. You have no idea how badly you hurt her.
You also
you.
started a bunch of drama with Kate. I never attacked Kate. I only offered Kate a platform to speak. I wanted to help Kate because she is a true victim of medical child abuse. And then you and Ryan and Cynthia and Christy and all of them and welcomed her and did all kinds of crazy shit. So I'm so tired of you all coming over and pretending that you don't participate in drama when you absolutely 100%, I know you do. Somebody tried to pull that today, and I'm not calling you out specifically, Bazinga. Maybe you got caught up for a moment, realized what was going on, and now you're not. Maybe that's the same thing with Asia. I don't know. I don't know any of you personally, but what I do know is that I do get sent every single one of your names all over the place and what you all say. Do I ask for it? No, I don't even want it. But simply, you know, if you don't want to be part of the drama, don't be part of the drama. But Bazinga, I hear you. I appreciate that. It just made things worse. And you only posted part of it from my understanding. You didn't post the whole thing. So it just caused a whole fucking shit show of everything. And I am trying to file a defamation and character lawsuit. I've called 7 lawyers yesterday. I'm waiting for them to come back. Call me back.
Bazinga, you said absolutely horrific things about Fancy to Ryan, and you've been all in Ryan's lives, just trashing all of us, and you hurt Macy so much because she looked up to you and trusted you, and you exposed her private medical history, and called her a liar and perpetuated this lie that she allowed Fancy to use one of her accounts, and that was so uncalled for.
I mean, I've got plenty of receipts for every single one of you that comes in here and tries to play both sides. I'm just saying. Maybe you didn't. I don't know about what happened with Macy. I wasn't involved in it. I don't know exactly what happened. I do know that Sarah told me she was crying, that things were upset, you know, that something was said, that her medical history was put out there, that it was talked about her living in her parents', you know, her grandparents' basement. I don't know. I'm so removed from all of it. It just drives me absolutely crazy. Oh, you said Miss Macy has 12 accounts and I've blocked her on all of them. Macy doesn't have 12 accounts.
Macy, and why would you tell everyone on social media that young girl has a brain tumor? Why? That's so hurtful.
What was the point of that? I'd really like to know.
She trusted
I'm not
you.
on TikTok at all right now. And like I said, it's all a distraction. It's just all a distraction. But Bazinga, you say you're not involved in the drama, then don't be involved in the drama going forward, and we won't have a problem. That's where I'm at. If I catch you in the drama, you're no longer going to come to me and pretend that you didn't say something to upset me. You're no longer going to come to me and pretend that the comment was so innocent. I just asked about your health and it was just so innocent. No, you guys asked those questions about my health, about my finances, about certain things because, okay, whatever, Bazinga, good for her. That you guys say this shit and then you pretend that you were just honestly asking. No, you ask this stuff because you want to upset me, because you want to drive me crazy. Now, there are some of my viewers, my supporters, my friends, my people that come to me that ask these questions. I love that. I love your care, your concern. And if you're really concerned, fine, be really concerned. But I can guarantee you the people that I boot out of my lives, that I throw to the curb, that I block, and then they come back and say, I didn't say anything. No, I know what you said. I know exactly who you are. I know exactly where you ran your mouth. I know exactly what you said about me because everybody likes to tell me, despite the fact that I tell everybody to not tell me.
Right. And like I said, it's just a big distraction. So let's talk about the case.
No,
I want to talk.
This is what I wanted to talk about today. This is it right here. Is Nick's girlfriend actually the woman who Christy was with? Okay. So I don't know what you're meaning exactly by this comment, but the person that is in the screenshots of all the conversation where we're talking about the medical records, my drive, whether she stole something out of the drive, and they're talking about my hoo-ha, and she's going to go to Natasha and all those things. Yes, that is Dawn DeSalvi Booker. She was his girlfriend in prison. She did get him to write all these fucking horrid emails, and I was not part of her writing those emails nor him writing those emails back. When she came to me alleging that Natasha Cooper was harassing her and that somebody gave her death threats, she had all of those and she brought them with her. And I believe that Christy and Gypsy helped her manipulate him into saying specific things because they were all friends and they're still all friends. And it's very suspicious to me.
Yes. It was just seems like it was such a setup. Maybe they were talking about the photo they were talking about. Maybe they were talking about Bree.
I don't know.
Is that the photo they were referring to?
No, so Bree is not the person in that photo. No, Bree and Dawn are definitely two different people. Totally two different people.
Yes. I just wanted to clarify because I think that's what they meant.
Yeah. It's sus as fuck. It is. It's sus as fuck. This whole fucking thing is sus as fuck. And you guys think it's just petty drama. It's not. It is how Christy was able to distract and perpetuate a lie for 9 years in the media. Now, I believe there's more lies. I believe she helped cover up a murder. Now, I can't say that I have proof of all of that 100%, but I can tell you based on all the evidence that I have, that's what I believe is going to actually come out eventually. I think it will all come out eventually because these people are too stupid to fucking keep their mouths shut for nothing. I can't even understand that for the life of me. Why will somebody not tell her to shut the fuck up?
Well, I want to know why Gypsy did not get charged with anything to do when Nick got the extra 25 years for his having the murder weapon. Why did she not get charged with tampering with evidence?
She didn't get charged with tampering with evidence. She didn't get charged with any of the fraud. She didn't get charged with any of the moving of the body, or I don't know if she moved the body, but tampering with the body. She didn't get any of that. She didn't get none of it. Nothing. She got her 8 years, and that was it. You know, her 10 little years with doing 8. And that's it. Her parole, her plea agreement is the smallest plea agreement I've ever seen in the history of ever. It is 2 pages long, and all it says is the exact, like, I got charged with this. I plead guilty. That's it. There's nothing else.
Because a lot of people don't realize that.
I don't even think she had to stand up in court. Hold on, Sarah. I don't even think she had to stand up in court and say take responsibility. She had to stand up in court and plead guilty, but I don't believe she even had to stand up in court and take actual responsibility like they do many other prisoners and people take plea deals.
Exactly. Like they didn't even do any type of witness impact statements.
So could it be she got a sweet deal because it was election year? Certain people do not want to lose their seats, so had to rule the way they ruled for Nick and for Gypsy. Bazinga, that's a very good thing. But I'm telling you right now, I've called out Dan Patterson as a corrupt DA, and I have more than enough proof about that from 4 or 5 other cases that I've looked into. He is a corrupt DA. It's all over the freaking. If you just search Dan Patterson and you start going back to 2015, 2016, 2017, you will find articles about him not investigating cases of child sex trafficking, not investigating child abuse cases, not investigating all these different types of cases, all which have bearing on the type of case that Gypsy came across his table as. I think that he swept under a shit ton of shit underneath the rug, and I think he knew exactly that Dan was involved. I think Dan freaking probably turned state's evidence on something. I don't freaking know anymore. All I know is that deal that he gave her, Patterson gave her, it stinks to fucking high heavens. That's it.
Right. There was no victim impact statements read, and there was really nothing of any substance in there. She didn't get any of the additional charges that she should have, because a lot of hardly anyone realizes that Nick got 25 years on top of life.
Yep. He did. And he doesn't even have the possibility of parole. Not even the possibility of parole.
No.
Because he turned down 2 deals. And I think he turned down 2 deals because he knew something was wrong and he didn't do what he said, what they say he did. I still do not believe that he put the final bloods in no more. I don't think he unalived anyone. I don't think he murdered her. I think he thinks he did, but I don't think he did. I think she was gone long before.
Right. There's no way to determine that the 4 jabs that he has admitted to were the ones that actually caused her death.
Well, according to his latest appeal, the last 2 appeals that were filed, it went from 17 stab wounds to now the cause of death is 14 stab wounds. So that's really interesting. 14, where'd that number come from? Why is that number being used? Is that part of the autopsy that's sealed? What is that number? Where did 14 come from? Because we've heard 27, we've heard as many as 60 before, and now it's always been Nick's maintained 4, and he said maybe I did some other slashes. So okay, fine, maybe he did some, but 14 now is what the number is. 14 stab wounds. That's really interesting to me. We've never heard that number before, and it seems like an odd number for her to die from 14 stab wounds. Like.
Yes, and the fact that the crime scene's just so wrong with there's just no blood, which leads me to believe that either, okay, so her diabetes is out of control, so her blood is very, very thick. And then on top of that, it's either the blood's not pumping or it's barely pumping because there's no blood splatter, there's no, blood spurt.
Right. Well, and the blood splatter on the bed is really confusing to me. Let me talk about that for a second, because there are 3 small, and they're maybe this big. I mean, they are not big around. They are like this. Okay. 3 small pools of blood on the bed, but they're not up where Dee was laying. They're at the bottom of the bed. And no other blood on the bed whatsoever.
Right.
On the mattress, no blood, no other blood stains on the bed whatsoever. No other blood stains on the mattress protector. Nothing. Just those 3 little stains at the bottom of the bed. Like, what the fuck? I don't think Dee Dee was in the bed when she was killed. There's so much reasonable doubt in this. It's just not even funny.
Well, and the fact that
all we have to convict Nicholas is literally his confession. There is no other reason to convict him other than his confession and the fact that there is his blood in that house. There is nothing else that points to him in any way, shape, or form critically or with certainty. The blood splattered in the kitchen above the stove. See, I agree. What happened? She looks like she was beaten up one side and down the other. If you look at the pictures of her rolled over, don't you agree, Sadie? She looks like she fucking beat the shit.
Well, honestly, I thought it looked what I portrayed that as, and the way that I looked at the crime scene photos was that those were impressions that were made into her skin from the blankets and the sheets.
No. I'm
and
talking about
her body was her face. Yes. Well, her face.
to a bloody pulp in her face.
She has you can tell she was bleeding out of her nose pretty heavily.
But it's
And that's
but Sarah, it's sunk in, and her eyes are
yes.
sunken at that point. I really do believe they beat the tar out of her. You know, here's the thing. Let's think about this. We've talked about Dan and how it could have gone down, right? What if 2 nights before
Right.
he shows up because Gypsy throws her out of the house, right? Or Dee Dee throws her out of the house, like she says. She had to sleep with the bugs, right? The whole fucking 9 yards, right? Blah, bitty fucking blah, blah, blah. What if in that night, because there is a report that says there is a website that is talking about the autopsy. However, when I clicked on the autopsy link, it does not go to an autopsy link. We all know the autopsy is sealed. But this person
It
put
is fake.
Okay.
It's fake.
I don't know that it's fake or not, but let's just talk about it. Let's say they say that there's indication that she had been dead for a couple of days. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. I'm thinking Dan comes over there. She calls Dan up. Oh my God, my mom's kicking me out. Dan, I need you to come get me. Now he's separated from his wife at this time. She's down in Arkansas, but he's up there visiting or whatever the hell. I don't know what he was doing, why he was always up there, but he was up there. And he comes by, he swings by the house. He gets real pissed at Dee Dee. He freaking, beats the ever loving crap out of her because she says, I'm going to call your wife and I'm going to expose you to the whole world. And I'm going to I don't give a shit if I go down for fraud. You're not doing this with my kid. I'm not going to let her leave with you. This is crazy. Why don't you just go to Wisconsin with that creepy boy? The whole freaking thing. And maybe it went down and maybe Dan beat the ever loving hell out of her. Maybe she didn't give him enough pills that month. I don't know, but something definitely happened 2 days before that changed the course of the events. And I believe that it was Dan the man involved in all of that. And I believe there's absolutely 100% reasonable doubt. That's it.
Speaking of Dan the man, did you have a chance to research that link that I sent you with that article with all of his new mugshots and everything?
I started going down that today. I started going down that a little bit already. Yeah.
Yes, it's incredible.
Yeah. I mean, he's in trouble for everything in the world. He would be the guy who had the vendetta against Dee, not Nick. Nick says that Dee liked him. Nick says that he thought she was a good mom. She tells Gypsy to go to Wisconsin out of love and be with the guy in Wisconsin. I truly believe Dan is involved in all of this. Dan.
Well, if you put the timeline together as far as like when she said she was going to meet up with him and that she was going to the cupcake shop and she wanted to have one last, sexual fling with him before she left town. So she asks Nick permission and of course he's like, okay. And then, he says he's not going to apologize to Dan. And then he says that he saw Dan text message Gypsy and he saw the message, but yet none of us have seen that message. It has not been released to the public, which leads me to believe that, she had a burner phone specifically for Dan and Dan was going to make sure that, his tracks were covered.
Well, yeah, and people have asked if he'd been investigated. No, he's not been investigated at all. Nobody was investigated. Nobody was investigated. Do you understand? The investigation stopped as soon as Gypsy took her plea deal, and they already had the conviction, the confession from Nicholas. Nothing, literally nothing else. Nothing was investigated after that. Nothing.
Exactly, because I've had so many people argue with me. There's one lady in particular that keeps saying that Dan was cleared, and I said, no, he wasn't cleared because they didn't do any further investigation. Once he took that plea, it was over.
Nope.
So no, he does not have an alibi. He's not been cleared or investigated.
Right. And all the medicine wasn't even touched. It was just stacked up. I'm telling you guys, this case is so bizarre and so ridiculous. And the reason that so many people are obsessed with this case, I'm not obsessed with Gypsy. I don't give a flying fuck about that dumb bitch. I am not. I don't care. I don't care about Christy. I don't care about any of them. I care about them and the fact that I think they're very dangerous people and the world should be warned about them so they don't fall victim to them or people like them. Beyond that, though, this case is fascinating because it should be a very simple case. It should be boy meets girl, they fall in love, girl and boy decide to kill mom, they leave, okay? And they do it, and that's the end of the story. That's what the story should really be. because that's the truth of the story. The truth of the story is it's never had anything to do with abuse. It didn't have to do with the controlling mother. None of those things. It had to do with the fact that Dee Dee did not want her daughter to dick, and she wanted dick. That's it. And she decided, I don't want to run this dumb con with you anymore, Mom. You're not even able to do it anymore. I'm running my own fucking cons. I'm making tons of money doing it. Look, I already bought us a car. Bobbity fucking blobbity blah, allegedly, in my opinion, for entertainment and educational purposes only. Mom, I don't want to do this. This is the whole truth of the story. You guys want to make it about 95 million other things because it's not about those 95 million other things. That's a totally different, separate case. And it's not child abuse. It's fraud.
Why? So, there is an explanation for why she left $15,000 cash and a bunch of uncashed donations sitting in a safe. Who was she leaving that for?
Or was it her nest egg to come back to?
Right, because supposedly they put $10,000 cash down on the cube. Then she took $5,000 with her, left $15,000 in cash behind, plus a bunch of uncashed checks, which I think the check thing is very sketchy.
Where? Sarah, where was that money coming from? She was no longer going to the doctor. She was no longer doing all the charity events. She was no longer hosting all of those freaking charity nights and she wasn't doing any of that. So where was $15,000 all by itself coming from? Where were all the checks from Are you kidding me?
If you put those three totals together, that equals $30,000 cash.
Yeah.
Now, you're talking about what I believe.
I'm telling you, she was running her own scams. That shed is a set. She was setting it all up, and I'm 100% certain of it.
I believe she was doing her.
The cube was not. The original cube was.
I believe that she was doing her webcamming out in the shed for the Littles community with her toddler bed out there and all that stuff, and her bottle, which she admits that she was still drinking a bottle, which is why her teeth were bucked out so far and they were rotted. But then I also believe that she, in my opinion only, I believe that there's a very good possibility she and Dan were running a pill ring in that area.
Yes, I think so. I do too. And I think that that's why we don't know certain things. And I do think that Christy participated in covering up whatever it is. Do I think she knew beforehand? I don't know. Do I think her and Rod knew exactly what was going on? No, I don't think they knew exactly what was going on, but I think they had a good idea and they looked the other way. They had to know what was going on because it was going on in Louisiana and they talk about it. They tell on themselves a lot, but there's a lot of evidence to prove that they were more involved in their lives and their freaking schemes and all that shit than anybody ever wants to know. And I'm telling you, Christy took over.
Can we jump?
Left off.
Can we jump into that sequence of text messages that you just posted between Dee Dee and
but see, I was just talking about the Snow Gypsy ones.
Yes, the text messages between them. It's like they're sitting there, coming up with like, oh, we need to sit down and have a family discussion or whatever, and they're throwing Aaliyah under the bus, and it's just infuriating.
Yeah, about that earlier. I had the post at one point in time of exactly what was said. It was Gypsy freaking bashing the shit out of her father, and then she blames Aaliyah for it, which Aaliyah would have never known any of that. But I honestly don't think that's Dee Dee having those conversations. That is a secret account. I know for a fact it was a secret account. Dee Dee was not on that account. So I think all the posts where she's supposedly Dee Dee and it's got all the bad spelling and the capital words and all that, that's not how Dee Dee talks or writes. I've seen how Dee Dee talks and writes. I think it was Gypsy. And that's why people weren't sure what to say to her. Rod told me, Christy told me, the sisters told me, they never knew what to say in that specific account that they had with her because they were suspicious of who it was that was writing them or not writing them. So I'm telling you, that was Gypsy trying to pretend to be her mom, not her.
Well, it shows not only the level of deception on Gypsy's part, but it also shows the fact that Christy and Rod were much more involved than they wanted to let on people to let on. You know,
Well,
they
and
want to come
go
on
ahead.
like as they were just her knights in shining armor to help get her through her time in prison and be there to support her and, you know, add on a room to their house for her to come back to and to do all these things. And it makes them look like wonderful parents. And of course, when I first watched it, I thought, oh my gosh, she's so lucky to have such supportive parents. Little did I know that they had been in the mix the whole time.
Yes, they had. They were a part of all of it. They knew all about all of it. They admit that they knew about it, and they fucking tell on themselves constantly. And I think that it's much deeper than anybody wants to believe with this family. It's not just the Petrie side. The Blanchard side is pretty fucked up too. I know these people. I've talked to these people. I've spent time with these people. There's an alleging right now from a very close member of the family that says that the whole reason Dylan's not around, the son that supposedly Dee Dee claimed was Dylan, and it was Dylan, Christy's son, and all that. The reason why he's not around in any pictures or anything is because supposedly Christy was trying to steal freaking drugs and narcotics and shit out of the fucking medicine cabinet. And he found out about it, and he doesn't want to be associated with his fucking family. Now, I can't say that that's 100% true or not, but it's what a source of mine has told me. And I kind of believe it because I know the situation. I know these people. I know Christy. I know she was a pillhead at one point in time. I know that the rest of the family has problems with drugs and alcohol and violence and all of that shit. They're all in and out of out of prison and freaking jail and all that shit all the time. So
Dylan's gone out of his way to stay out of the media.
He has. I know Dylan personally. I think he's a nice kid. I actually like him. And I had hoped that they would do the same thing for Mia. But instead, no. Christy fucking toted her out the second she was 18 years old. That's when she did her first freaking documentary. Why would you have your daughter, who was 13 years old when all of this popped off, at 18, do a fucking documentary about something she knows jack shit all about? Seriously. She was not involved in her entire life. And at 13,
and then she goes
out at 13, she finds out that it's all a lie, that her sister has killed her stepmother, and that this is all crazy. And now you want to put her in a documentary at 18 years old. You tell me that you're not fucking pushing the narrative and pushing your children to be your cash cow. Why do you think Mia's all over?
And then, of course, we had the day after Gypsy posted that basically that hit out on you. Then Mia went live and did the same thing the next day, sitting in her car, saying that she was doing it on behalf of her mother, Christy, because she said, this woman claims to be friends with my mom and she's not. And so my mom's asked me to do this.
Yep. She's not a family friend. I never said I was a family friend with the media. In fact, I corrected the media millions of times that I'm not a family friend. I'm not a family friend. I was a family friend. I thought I was a family friend, but these people don't have friends, guys. They have acquaintances, and they have co-defendants, and they fucking throw you away when they're done with you, and that's what they've done to a lot of people.
Yes, co-conspirators.
That's it.
Look at what they did to Rachel Garlick, because I mean, that wasn't just Gypsy and Rachel. That was Gypsy and Rachel and Christy.
Well, Rachel will tell you it's 100% because of Christy. It's why she came to me in the first place. Rachel's been in my inbox many times. She's never not been. I've never not known about Rachel. I've known about her since she came on scene. I asked about her the first day.
Right.
I asked Christy. I said, "Who the fuck is she?" Ooh, seafood.
But a lot of people don't. People don't understand that.
Right. Well, okay. And so she came to me. She came to me. Hold on. Let me answer my husband. Sounds yummy. Seafood ramen boil. Oh, I love it. Okay. So here's the thing. The first time Rachel came to me, it was because of Melissa Moore, who is the person who produced the Lifetime movies and is Dr. Oz's correspondent and Keith Jesperson's fucking serial killer daughter, right? He's a serial killer. She's his daughter. She didn't know the whole time. That's how she got her rise to fame. She got on the Dr. Oz show, met Christy. In Christy's very first
That's
interview.
the BTK. BTK, yep. Just for everybody if they don't know,
no,
BTK killer
BTK.
is her father.
No, not BTK.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Happy Face Killer is her father. Happy Face Killer.
Happy K. Okay, so I'm Okay, well, I guess I was thinking of the daughter that's famous now for writing the books about being the daughter of the BTK killer. Different.
Although they do know each other and they have appeared in things together, because I know that
Yes.
group. I run with the same crowd as these people. I run with the same crowd as Melissa Jesperson Moore. Those are my friends, and the fact that I call her out have been really hard for me because I walk a line with those people that they respect her and I don't, and I have to walk a very fine line with her because I don't want to lose contacts because I come at her. But I'm telling you what, when Melissa came on scene as she sent her, Christy acted like she'd never met her before when she first sent her to me. No, you met her on the set of Dr. Oz when you did your very first interview and you lied and you got caught in that lie because she said in that first interview, we always knew she could walk. Then she got caught in that. That's the drama that started in the Facebook groups, was that they caught her in that lie. And then she backpedaled and was like, wait. I mean, we always knew she could walk when she was little. When she was little, not now, when she was little. And she got crucified for that. Well, that's when I came on scene. Well, then, the whole thing with Melissa Moore, or Michelle Dean falls apart. MJ Pack falls apart. We're trying to work on our project. I truly do believe that Christy at that time was trying to aid and assist in the project. Now, what the project was supposed to be was that they wanted to freaking control the narrative like they always have, and I wouldn't let them. So then Melissa comes on. She sends me the freaking picture of, hey, Melissa Moore just texted me. I don't know a whole lot about her, but da-da-da. Yeah, you already knew her, bitch. And then she tries to double cross me, not once, but twice with Melissa Moore, offering to pay me off, to buy off my freaking contract, the whole fucking thing. And I turn her down. Then she goes with Titania later to do the Lifetime Confessions. And I went back to Melissa and said, I don't know what the fuck you think you're doing, messaging people on my team and not messaging me directly, but I'm the one who runs this place. So what do you want? I already know who you are. Do you not remember who I am? Oh, I want story, Fancy. Oh, you want my story so that you can taint it and twist it. No, thank you. I'm doing my own thing. So, so I go away. Rachel comes to me at this point in time. That's when Rachel comes to me the first time and says to me, oh my God, Fancy, you're so right. One, she didn't finish her GED when she said she finished her GED, blah, 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 blah. No, she's not been to right. No, she's not been to any counseling, blah, 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 fucking blah, blah, blah. And they just got a $16,000 advance to build a room on their house for Gypsy for their Lifetime documentary and their book and a podcast deal that they were doing, which is the exact project that I was approached to be a part of and turned down. So that was the first time Rachel came to me. She was so upset. She goes, it's all about money. You're absolutely right. Christy, it's Christy. It's Christy. Fancy, it's really Christy. I can't even believe how bad she is. She wants to just bury Christy just as much as I do because Christy is the problem. She is the problem. I think Gypsy could have got help. I think that Gypsy could have been given the opportunity to maybe have a better chance in life, but her family doesn't give her that chance because all she is to any of them and ever has been and ever will be is a cash fucking cow. So Rachel and I get into it over something I said that Rachel said, and she gets mad at me and tells me she's never going to talk to me again. 2 years later, as soon as freaking Christy screwed her over again right before she's coming out of prison and they cut Rachel off, guess who ends up in my fucking inbox again? Rachel. And she's like, Nancy, I'm so sorry. I really believe you're absolutely 100% right about who these people are. And I said, I'm aware, Rachel. I tried to tell you.
Yes. Well, thank you for clarifying on that BTK because I know that there's been myself and a lot of other people confused because their stories have kind of gotten intertangled and intertwined. But what I want people to take away from all this, if nothing else, is that Christy Blanchard is the puppet master.
Yes.
She's the puppet master. She has everyone on strings and she, uses them. And then when she's done, she cuts the strings.
And I think right now what we're watching, I'll be honest. I think what right now we're watching is a power struggle between Gypsy and Christy. There has been many times that Gypsy has cut Christy off, not just because of me, not because of just the times that Christy continued to work with me, even when Gypsy didn't want her to. Not all those times. There's other times that she has cut Christy off, specifically Christy, not her dad, not her sister, not her brother, not her other family. Christy. And that is because Christy is who has perpetuated this in the media, the lie, all of it, making all the money deals, the whole fucking thing for over 7 years now. She has done it all. She got her every fucking deal, every freaking interview that we've ever done, all came through one person, Christy fucking Blanchard. She is Dee Dee 2.0, and that's why she don't like me talking about it.
And it's funny because all of the warnings and the bans and the removals and all of that happened right after you said that.
Yes.
Right after you posted that.
Every time I come for Christy, she freaks out. Anytime I talk about Dan, they fucking shut me down the next day. Every single time I say something, just like my main account, I had not been alive on my main account. I hadn't posted anything on my main account when it got taken the second time or third time. I can't remember how many times it's been down now. Third time, I think, because I got it down and up. This third time. Okay. I posted one thing and one thing only, that I would be going live on Monday morning, and by that evening, my account was gone again.
Yep. And another thing, I have to bring this up because it bothers me so much, and I think it really shows the type of person that Christy Blanchard is that you guys have to understand that Rod was married to Dee Dee when Gypsy they'd been separated for 3 months prior to her birth. So he left his pregnant wife, and then he went over and had an affair with another woman who became impregnated. And then at the same time, he is dating Christy. And a lot of people don't know, and it really needs to be shared out there, that he does have another daughter that is only a few months younger than Gypsy, and her name is Nicolette.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, but for any woman, I mean, you can have any man in the world, why would you go and be with a man who has 2 baby girls and is married? What kind of a person does that say about you?
Because she was always his best friend. In fact, she tells a story in the fucking thing that she wrote to me, that on the night that Dee Dee and he got married, she freaking was in the parking lot of a bar with him, and he was trying to kiss her.
Yeah, Rod must have been some young stud back then, because remember, he was 17 years old.
He was a good-looking guy, but I mean,
he was 17 years old, married with 2 babies on the way, and starting a relationship with Christy. And I think that, men are like that. He's a man whore.
They'd already been in a relationship, Sarah. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They'd already
Right. And I'm trying to let everyone know that shows what kind of a human being she is. What kind of woman would want to steal a man that was married with a baby and another baby on the way, and then later on encourage him to sign his rights to that second daughter away? Nobody knows about her. Nobody knows about Nicolette, but it's very important. It's very telling.
You know what? I didn't know about Nicolette for at least a year and a half into this. I found out from someone else, and I had to go to Christy and be like, what the fuck? Is there another child I don't know about? Why are they making these comments? And at first she was like, well, nah, nah, nah. And I said, Christy, no, this is too much. What is going on? Who is this? Why is there a fourth? Why am I being told there's a fourth child? What the fuck? And so then she finally comes out with, okay, well, I didn't want to expose Nicolette because, but when she was 8, Marty and Jill came to us, and they told us that, Rod really wasn't in her life, which, okay, so she's 8 years old and he's not been in her life all 8 fucking years. Where the fuck was he? He's raising fucking Dylan and Mia at this point, but not in Nicolette's life, not in Gypsy's life. The neighbors didn't even know that he had a third child, much less a fourth. Okay.
Yes.
And I'm sitting there going, why was I not told about this? What the hell? And I find out that she was together with him through all of that. And they were always together. They've been best friends and together their whole life. She's known Dee Dee forever. She was a freshman when Dee Dee was a senior. She knew Dee Dee. She knew Jill. She knew Rod. They were all very good friends all the time.
Yes.
We try to tell the story, but when you look at it and you actually start listening to the other people, the other players in the fucking story, none of it makes any sense because it's all fucking lies. And Christy is the perpetuator of him being a shit father and two, making all the fucking money.
Right. And when I've made the posts about Nicolette, they're like shocked, absolutely. Yes. Just floored, like, oh my God, he had another child that's only a few months younger than Gypsy, and Christy had him sign away his rights, and I'm like, yes.
For 8 years, 8 fucking years, they finally came and were like, you know what, you're a piece of shit, you're not around at all, and we want Marty to adopt him. And you know what Christy said? Oh, I think that's wonderful, Rod. It'd be such a great gift for her birthday for you to give her over to Marty.
Yeah. Hey, give your child away. Yes, give your child away.
Why don't you step up to the plate and be a motherfucking man? It's been 8 years. You ain't 17 no more, fool.
Yeah, it's disgusting to me. It's disgusting. I think that it doesn't matter who it is. Any woman who is in a relationship with a married man who has a baby and another baby on the way is just disgusting. And then to encourage him to sign away his rights is even worse.
Yep, it is. It's true. 100%
it's
true.
Basically it's like she just wanted her children. She wanted Mia to be the golden child.
She wanted the white picket fence with the 2.2 kids and the dog in the yard and the fucking the little garage and all the shit. But she didn't want to have to deal with anything else. No other babies, no mama drama, no none of that shit. No, Rod, you're mine alone. I'm not doing this. I will not put up with this. And that's what he stayed with because he has a type. He likes controlling women. That's who he is because he doesn't like to take control. He's a bury his head in the sand type of guy. He's like a motherfucking ostrich. He wants to put his head so far down in the sand, he don't fucking have to see a damn thing. He comes home, he throws a shot into his wife once in a while. He gives her all the fucking money, tells her to do whatever the hell she wants to do with it. Leave him the fuck alone. And he goes back out on his fucking boat. And that works for them. But that's the way
Can I say other things on here since we're not on TikTok? Can I use real words?
You can use real words on YouTube and Facebook. We're not.
Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, Christy's got Rod pussy whipped.
Yep. 100%. Always has been. Oh, I can prove it. Do you want to know how I can prove it? Guess what? When I approached them about doing this project, and she is who decided that I was the one that they were going to go with. Her, not Gypsy, not Christy, not Rod, her. She decided it. And you know what I said? I said, have you talked to Rod yet? And she goes, well, it doesn't matter. I always get my way anyway. But yeah, I'll talk to him tonight.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's who makes all the decisions.
Is there been any contact made with Nicolette since Gypsy's been released?
Yes, there are pictures of her and Nicolette, so they have met.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is Rod still? Does Rod acknowledge her whatsoever?
I don't see Rod in the pictures. I've only seen a picture of Gypsy and her child. Her sister's child. Her sister's child. I have no pictures of her and Rod whatsoever. I don't think she wants anything to do with Rod. Why would she want anything to do with Rod? But I think it's funny that Mia doesn't really have anything to do with her either.
No.
It's a weird family.
And I'll just tell you right now, I kind of got a laugh when I saw that message that the Gypsy wrote about, stay away from both sides of my family. And I was thinking, hey, guess what? There's really not both sides of your family because there's no forks there in your family tree because you guys are all related to each other.
Get this. Okay, Okay, you know Titania, Cajun Mama Ty, Dee Dee's best friend, the whole fucking thing, right? Hey, I
Yeah.
knew this woman for 8 fucking years, Sarah. 8 years. She leaves my team in a huff because of Lacey fucking Spears and tries to spew all this shit that Christina and Colleen were like, dude, we were there, didn't happen like this, don't know what the fuck you're talking about, you've lost your rocker, you're only mad because we came and called you out about a relationship that you have with a baby killer that we're all concerned about. Your fucking noodle is fucking cooked because you've got brain fucking problems, lady. I'm going through freaking stuff after this. After all of that, I'm going through stuff and I realized that her last name matched her last name inside of the family tree of the Petries. And I messaged her and I said, Ty, are you related to Gypsy and the Petries? And she said, well, somewhere down the line, yeah. I'm like, in 8 years, you didn't think that information? In 8 years, you didn't think it was pertinent to tell me that you were actually 100% related to them? You didn't think that was important information for me to have? Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Interesting.
That's called, guess what? That's called a plant. That's called a plant. Somebody planted.
Titania wasn't
in
a
your
plant.
circle.
She was weaponized by Christy and Gypsy both. Yes. She was a manipulatable person. Dee Dee manipulated her when she was young. Christy continues to manipulate her now. Lacey Spears manipulated her. Titania is a good person. She is easily manipulated because she has problems mentally with a brain problem. And now her daughter has come to me and said, she went to Colleen. Titania went to Colleen to try to convince Colleen to leave the other day, along with Brandy and Tori, right? And she says to Colleen, the reason I left was because I was so worried about my license. I didn't want to get in trouble. Bullshit. First of all, your license had already been pulled years before. And second of all, in a conversation with your daughter, when I was talking to her about the concern of having a baby killer in her life, she wasn't happy about either and was very frightened about, because this woman was telling her all about her grandchildren and shit. And she's like, I don't want some baby killer to know about my kids, mom. What the fuck? She tells me, hey, that brain tumor she freaking talks about, the fact she has that, she goes, no, it's not true. I think she has Munchausen by proxy. And oh, by the way, did you know that her license was actually pulled for inappropriate fucking behaviors? That's why she was fired from her job, Fancy. No, she's playing you just like she played my father and every single other person. She's like, my mom is not who you think my mom is. She's just like Dee Dee. She's just like Suzette. She's just like Christy. And that was from her own fucking daughter.
Wow. Wow.
Because she got involved with a baby killer. That's why Ty is no longer here.
When we're talking about the dynamics of the family, yes, Dee Dee, or I'm sorry, but I said Dee Dee, but I meant Christy and Rod are distantly related. Everybody down there is related.
Yes. Yes.
Now, the rumor about Ryan being Gypsy's husband, that is a lie. That is a lie. That is not true.
Look.
Could they be distantly related? Yes, but that's not her brother.
No, it's not her brother. It's not her husband. It's not her brother, mother. It's not a trans, Dee didn't have some fucking sex change. This is absolutely absurd. And that's why I get so irritated when you guys ask me those questions, because they're just the most absurd questions. I'm not going to talk about whether this is her brother husband, for crying out loud, unless we actually prove that he is her brother husband. Now, I can tell you this. Very interesting story about her saying that she was, supposedly she was betrothed to a huge shrimping industry boat captain to align the boat captains together to make a shrimping boat empire. What the fuck are you talking about, Gypsy?
Who does she think she is, Forrest Gump?
I don't know. She thinks she's a princess. I don't fucking know. Like, her family is so important that they were going to fucking make a shrimping industry empire by marrying her off. And she's just so thankful she didn't have to fucking do that. Are you kidding me?
Like an arranged marriage.
Yeah, it's exactly it. That's what she alleges. I think it's in her book. I think it's in her book. I should sit down and read her book online one day for you guys. It's the most absurd shit. I can't even get through it. It's so poorly written and so badly done. It's disgusting and it's all fucking lies. And I can't even bring myself to read the whole damn thing. Just like I can't bring myself to look at her social media or watch every single one of her interviews anymore because I just can't listen to the lies come out of her fucking mouth. It's just barf trash coming out of their mouths.
Oh my gosh.
It's just barf
And
trash.
can we bring it? Can we? I don't know if you want to go into this right now since we're discussing family trees, but Bobby Petrie.
I already talked about Bobby Petrie earlier in this live. You weren't here for it. I explained exactly how Bobby came about.
So yes, once again, no fork in the family tree.
Bobby's her brother, nephew. I mean,
make it make sense, please.
Make it make sense, please. Why are these even people that we should be even remotely believing anything that they say? I don't understand. You can sit over here and you can call into discussion my credibility all you fucking want, but the fact of the matter is these are not people to be trusted. They're not to be trusted. They have lied, they have cheated, they have stolen, and they have murdered. That's all they ever have done. I don't know. You can't think that Gypsy. They allege that Dee Dee attempted to kill 3 different people. Okay, three different people. They say that she killed her mother. They say that she freaking tried to kill Laura. They say that she freaking tried to kill the Kali family mother. And Gypsy was there for all of that. And you guys just seem to think that she should just be fine and dandy and she'll be okay. No, I'm sorry. No amount of fucking counseling is going to help her, to be honest with you. She's a lost cause. She is a sociopath all the way through and through, in my opinion, allegedly for entertainment and educational purposes only. And that is not a diagnosis. That's just an observation. That's what she is.
So
her mama created her. She is, and that's what she is. And they all lie. I don't know what more you want from me. They all lie.
So you said that Rachel mentioned something about the GED. Did Gypsy complete her GED after Rachel left? Because she claims it and she has pictures and all that stuff.
Rachel says that she eventually did finish it, but when she was claiming to the world that she had, because she wanted it in the media at that point in time, she had not finished at that point in time. And she even admitted to Ty and myself that she had a math class she was having trouble passing. But that was the story she wanted Rachel to put out there. So she took her pictures in her freaking cap and gown because she had technically enough to graduate credits with her GED, but she still had to repass the math section.
I believe that from what I've seen from different cases, that people can get their prison sentences reduced by getting degrees while they're in prison, by getting college degrees.
Yes, what she said. What did she say in the Lifetime interview? She said everything
I've been doing was leading up to this point, because that right there, I mean,
what was shows it for? She didn't say to get better. She didn't say to have a life with my family. She didn't say to atone, to be an advocate. None of those words. What did she say? For parole. For parole. Everything she did, she said she did for parole. So she went to school.
And people don't understand. That is how absolutely calculating that she is. And she's patient. She is patient. She will sit back like a total sociopath. She will sit back and she will wait no matter how many years it takes. Like with Nick, it took her 3 years, day and night, 3 years. 3 years to work him down. And then she sits right there and says that everything she's done in prison all this time has been to lead up to get that early parole. So she will sit back and she will wait. She'll put a plan in motion. And most people, that do that, put a plan in motion, they aren't that patient. They'll wait maybe a few weeks or a few months. She'll wait for years.
She doesn't care. It doesn't matter. As long as the end goal is in sight, that's what she wants. That's what she's going to do. She doesn't care. She did everything she could to get Nicholas to do it faster and faster and faster and faster. And that boy held out for 3 fucking years. I applaud him. Okay. I applaud him. The very first lie she told him, hold on. The very first lie she told him is the one that I do believe is true. I believe it's true because she's mentioned it several times. Her mother was sick. She didn't want to wait around till she was 70 for her to kick the bucket if she had to take care of her, right? She said all of that. The very first lie that she told
Right.
Nicholas he needed why killing her mother was the only way and that they should do it right now so they could be together was a mercy killing because GD was so sick. That is the first lie she told Nicholas, and he said no. Then let her die. She'll die soon, Gypsy. It's okay. Let her die. You can run away. Come with me now. Just leave. Just walk out the door, Gyps. It doesn't matter. If she's sick, just walk out. I can't leave her like that. Oh, you can't leave her like that, but you can murder her like that.
Right.
My
Right.
family,
And
I'm gonna have to pop off, Sarah. So thank you guys for joining. Thank you, Sarah, so much for being here.
no problem. No problem.
Tonight, and we'll pick it up tomorrow. All right.
Yeah,
Bye, guys.
let's get back on this case.
I will. All right. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.
Okay, have a good one.